Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. It is 2035. We've been running the Pirates for quite some time now. This will be our, 14th year? And we are trying to get back to the World Series. And we'll have to see how that works. A couple things that I wanted to talk about before we get started, as is tradition. Somebody had pointed out the challenges of having a catcher that isn't very good offensively. And make no mistake about it, Ollie Sanchez is not a very good offensive catcher. But he doesn't have to be. He just has to be good enough that carrying his bat is not a liability. If that's the case, he can be a very productive catcher. Do better catchers exist? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean that we need to spend a bunch of time or energy upgrading there. What else did I want to talk about? Emilio Sandoval. At this point in his career, Emilio Sandoval has been one of the better players in our system. However, he hasn't really had a long amount of time in the minors. And so we're trying Edgar Guzman out for our leadoff guy. And this may not work. But I figure we at least owe him a chance to try. Why am I bringing Edgar Guzman up? Because someone had made a very excellent comment about keeping people in the minors for too long. And that is 100% a problem that I have. And it goes back and forth, right? You may remember earlier I was bringing people up too early and they weren't achieving their full potential. It may be at this point that Sandoval is what he is. Sandoval has given us several hundred at-bats in the minors. And it's about time that he probably gets regular playing time in the majors. But Guzman is out of options. And if we're going to keep him on the roster, it's important for us to decide what we're going to do with him. And that's why we're going to let Guzman start the year in left field. But he may not stay there forever. And there's a very good chance that Sandoval will replace him in the very near future. If Sandoval is able to make a step forward in his ability to hit for contact, look out. Guzman is probably gone. He is on borrowed time. This may mean that we don't get the very best of Sandoval because we're only going to have him for, 3 seasons. Or we're only going to have him in his mid-20s. But that's okay. I don't actually mind that too much. Matos is hurt again. Of course he is. I am hoping that Matos can come back relatively strong. But we'll see what happens. For now, though, let us go ahead and finally talk about the other thing that someone had brought up. Player strategy. I've been using this for a lot of different ways, but perhaps it's time to start adjusting this a little bit. Because if we tell Tian to pitch around, he should hopefully give up fewer home runs. Because he's got such good control, they should still get plenty of strikeouts, even if we can get his home runs per 9 to drop. So the question becomes, do we order him to pitch around a bit more? A lot of that is going to depend on who is Mr. Tion? We have had him pitch for over 100 starts. Gives about 1.3 homers per 9. That's not great, obviously. But there's lots of major leaguers with much worse records. His strikeouts have consistently been excellent. His walks have been good. Maybe stepping this up a couple spots wouldn't be the worst idea. So we'll try it and then go from there. And we'll say override team strategy settings. But there's some other things here too that we could be messing with. I just really haven't bothered to do it. But it's worth considering later on down the line if it's something we want to consider. Alright, I think that is good enough to get started. Joe Field is going to be doing a pretty heavy lift here. If Joe Field is what we think he can be, he's a good ground ball pitcher. I know he's had a rough time of it in his major league career. His ERAs have consistently been quite high. I'm hoping that under our enlightened leadership, he can really thrive. Which he certainly hasn't in the majors up to this point. If we look at his pitching stats, he's been a borderline all-star a couple of times, but that's about the best I can say about him. But he's been durable, and his peripherals actually look quite good. So we're going to see what happens as he takes over as our primary, as one of our most important pitchers. We still have an awful lot riding on a few pitchers who are going to give up homers, and we're especially riding on Jimmy Raymond. Raymond is another pitcher who, if we have any kind of magic juice, I think he's the kind of pitcher that would really benefit from it. So we're going to see what happens with this new rotation and see if it can give us the staying power to make the playoffs and then advance in the playoffs. And we've always got Matos, too. One of the best starters in the majors if he could just stay healthy. Which so far he hasn't. But maybe he will. Who can say? We've got AJ Gracia playing first base. This might go very badly, but again, we got him for practically nothing. We've got Salix Brown taking over at second, which is going to be interesting. And yeah. Other than that, it's largely the same crew that played last season with just a few upgrades here and there. We're going to see how Guzman does. He's going to be on a fairly short leash because I do want to actually give Sandoval a chance to play. But the other thing to think about is this. I don't care if Sandoval has a 12-year Major League career in which he's nothing short of amazing every step of the way. I just want him to be productive for us when we do use him so that he'll be in great shape. But I mean, I'm not going to bench Gunnels for him. And I think Guzman, it's been a while since he's actually had like a proper chance in the majors. And in his defense, all he's ever done is hit when we've had him in the majors in the past. So I just want to see what happens. And we'll go from there. So, I think that's everything I wanted to do at the beginning here. We're making profit. Let's do it. Next month, away. The Via Clara Naranjas want you to be a bench coach. I would like you to stay, please. Right? No, game? Him, please. Yeah, he's a quite good hitting coach. I don't want to lose him, so you can have an extension. Who wants to play for a bunch of oranges anyway? Well, that's one way for Sandoval to get his chance in the majors. Guzman is equally good in either. Sandoval isn't that good at right, so we're going to go ahead and ship Guzman to right field. And we're going to go boop. And Emilio Sandoval, I'm throwing you in the deep end, my guy. You're going to be playing every single day in left field. Oh, the Yankees re-signed Cole Young. That's cool. Ah, you both cleared waivers, so you're heading off to AAA. And proceed. We can get Ricky Balderas back. I definitely do want him back, but you're only ever going to be a reliever, maybe a long reliever. I'm going to go ahead and have you go to the minors and just build up your strength, and then we can consider upgrading you down the line. Oh, excellent news. Good work, trainer guy. We're losing a lot of really close games. Edgar. This is not great. I don't want to panic and make a big decision like that, so I'm actually going to do... I'm going to sound on Orban. But you lost your everyday starting job, I think, already. I mean, Sandoval hasn't been great either. But he's been better than Guzman. Because at least Sandoval is getting on base at a plus 300 clip. So you're going to go like that. I said you're going to go like that. You're going to go like that. And then Gunnels gets his job back. And then Guzman, you're going to back up at both corner spots. And then I'm going to go copy, copy, paste, and paste. Plus Guzman, I will trust you to be a premier pinch hitter and pinch runner. Because you would be good at both of those things. Alright. What the hell? 22-0? Holy shit, Astros. Did you just decide that you weren't just going to play it all? Damn. All right. Yeah, it turns out Mike Trout's pretty good. Who knew? I knew. Raymond losing stuff isn't great, but he is also on the wrong side of 30, so I think that's not unreasonable. Matthew the Avenger. Josh Cage is getting a bit better at second. And Danny Bell's getting better at shortstop. Very nice. Why am I even tracking you? Oh, because I traded you to Detroit. That's right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop following him. I don't know how he's doing anymore because it just make me depressed. What's going on this season? Well, 2 players are hitting. Well, 3 if you count Sanchez, and nobody else is. Sandoval is getting on base at a decent clip. I think he just maybe needs to get some more reps, which he'll get. Pitching staff hasn't been great. Pretty much anywhere. Yeah. Pretty much everyone that can be playing poorly is playing poorly. Which is kind of yikes. We're good defensively, so that's fun. I'm really hoping this will all kind of sort itself out because this is like failure up and down the line. I think we just have to give it a little bit of time. Salix is getting on base at a decent clip, so that's good news. But yeah, I think we're just gonna keep on keeping on and not make any changes because right now we'd have to change everything. Ben Ballou, yeah, I don't have enough data to make any decisions, so we're gonna continue on to the beginning of June, and just trust that some of these things will just kind of work themselves out. Jimmy Raymond is going to miss 2 weeks. Do we just run a man short until Matos is healthy? Because I can't activate him because he got back healthy, but I can't bring him back any faster than that. I'm definitely going to put you on the DL. IL, sorry. I'll try to remember to be better about that. Leon Paez, it's your time to come up to the big leagues. Although I'm not going to give you the start, I don't think. I think Albring can take a couple of starts off you. And you can do long relief emergency starting. Blue is getting lit up as the closer. Giving up 6 homers is not a great look, my guy. I really don't want to panic, but I think this is more than a panic move. Because he hasn't really had a chance to close before. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to make Carl Brown the closer. And then you're going to be a middle reliever. I'm going to tell you to avoid high leverage for a bit. And I'm going to leave Eric Martin where he is. I think he'll get better. He just needs some more reps. But a closer that likes giving up home runs is a really bad look. So we're going to see if Carl Brown can do a bit better. Nice work, Rocia. Okay, we can get Santos back. And I do actually want Santos back. Potentially. Santos, go ahead and rehab. And then we'll see if anyone is like hurt or whatever. And then we can think about bringing you back. Ali Sanchez, you would like to come back? I would like to bring you back too. The problem is I can't afford to give you anything. Because of people wanting big salaries in arbitration. I wager. As you get closer to the trade deadline, I'm gonna have a good hard think about Tian. How about have you been at first? Not as bad as I would have feared. And you're the best hitter on the team by quite a lot, so I am not worried about you. I do want to bring Sanchez back if we can afford it. I think that would actually be quite helpful to us. But let's go ahead and sim to the beginning of June, and let's see how things have changed. We're already winning more. I can tell that just based on the standings, so that's a good sign. And we got Matos back. Excellent news. So, who's getting the hook? It's probably Zach Whitney. I'm gonna go ahead and shift the two of you down. Matos is gonna go there and there. I'm gonna swap Field and Tian just to keep things interesting. Wait, how was Whitney doing? Do I actually want Albring in there over Whitney? It's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Plus, Albring is going to get kicked out as soon as... and actually, Paez will get kicked out as soon as Raymond is healthy tomorrow. So that'll be fine. Jennings, sensational. Good job, Jerry. Alright, Jimmy. Yeah, Paez, go ahead and go back to the minors. Raymond, I'm going to give you a rotation spot over Albring because you actually have upside. And then Albring, you're going to be in this role. I really need another middle reliever I can trust. Because Martin's not doing amazing. I'm going to take you off of avoid high leverage. I can't afford to be that picky. With only 18 innings, I don't know that Martin can't be trusted as a setup guy. I want to give him a little bit more time to see if he can earn it. Do I want to make any other changes to the bullpen? Cedeno's fine. Vasquez will be fine. Ballou's been a solid reliever for several years now. I think this is just he can't adjust to the pressure very well. So we're going to see how he turns out. Critch is good. Yeah, and we've always got options, right? We have some very talented pitchers waiting for an opportunity. Yeah. Alright, let's sim one more day to get to the beginning of June, and then let's take a look at how the team looks now a bit down the line. Okay, Vasquez is starting to slip a bit. Raymond got better stuff somehow. De La Newstrom is improving as a hitter. Gracia is 2. Felix Brown is hitting a little better, potentially. Sandoval's iron power improving, but his contact isn't. Gunnels is having the audacity to hit a little bit worse, but is actually overall better. Okay, here's the warning flag. Santos is no longer in my plans. If he's losing heat off his fastball, and he's a guy who kind of lives or dies by it, he is a lot less quality. Any other changes here? Chris Heasted made a pretty big leap. Okay. El Gracia is batter of the month for May. Tian is that. His home run rate is about the same as it was last season. So I don't know that the changes have made any real effect, but his walk rate hasn't gone up. So I think we're good to keep him as is right now and see how he does. Right. Team home screen. A lot of people are hitting better. Sandoval's rocking a 350 on base percentage. I'd still like to see a little bit more from him, but so far I think he's done well enough that he can continue to be at the top of the lineup. His strikeouts are unusually high. I think those will come down as he gets more used to it. Because his batting line doesn't suggest that strikeout should be a problem. Soriano is fine, but maybe not brilliant. Gunnels is great. No changes there. Gracia is committing war crimes on baseballs, which you love to see. Walker, I need what you can give me, and what you can give me is good enough, and I don't really have a third baseman that I feel desperately eager to replace you with, but man, I wish you could hit 250 again. Theo Gillen is... I think he just is what he is at this point. He's a great shortstop who can't hit. And he is a great shortstop. He might get his second Gold Glove this year, which he'd better because otherwise he's kind of yikes. Felix Brown is really impressing me. I didn't expect him to hit the ground running as quickly as he has. Not literally, because he's only stolen 3 bases. He's been right around league average with the glove, which I will certainly take. Ollie Sanchez, if you can hit 300, you're one of the best catchers in the majors. I just have no illusions that you'll hit 300 the rest of the way. But actually, I absolutely would like to bring you back if I can. Matos has only had 1 start, but it looks like it was a pretty good one. Rotation is starting to settle in a bit, except for Palau. Are you giving up home runs at a ridiculous rate? You are. Let's try giving you the Tian treatment, right? Let's do the same thing. Override, have him pitch around a bit more. Let's see if we can get that home run rate to come down a bit. Jimmy Raymond, I really don't know what to make of him yet. He kind of is what he was with Milwaukee. But I'm willing to give him more time to prove himself one way or the other. His home run rate is insane. I don't know what's happened to him. Because the rest of his numbers are actually really, really good. He's just giving up homers like they're going out of style. Must be something about this team. I'm not going to have you pitch around, though. I don't trust your control enough for that. Bullpen is settling somewhat. Other than Carl Brown, I don't know. Oh, it hasn't been that long. Never mind. I'm not really going to mess with the bullpen yet. What is Gunnels struggling with this season? Oh, it's just being injured. I don't think the game has updated how many games it thinks he will play. I think that'll improve. His rate stats are as good as ever. Maybe like a tiny bit off the top, but he's 31 years old. Um, it does get harder as you get older. I feel qualified to say that. Do I make a move in the bullpen? In particular, I'm looking at guys like Kevin Sturm, who looks like he's really talented. I don't think so, but we're going to sit tight and see how things work out. I'm going to do another thing while I'm thinking about it. I desperately need more starting pitching in the minor leagues. If we take a look at our organizational depth, which is under... It's under the player development screen. Isn't it? No, it's not. Oh, I can do prospects and the organization. Yeah. Like, our best starting prospect is nowhere near the majors, which is Roman Alvarado. Which is pretty yikes if you think about it. If we go under reports and we do positional ranking, our organization is 20th in starting pitchers. I need more starting pitchers in the minors. To that end, what do I have a lot of depth at? I have a lot of first basemen. I have quite a few shortstops. I probably have quite a few center fielders too, which is kind of surprising to me. Is there anyone on the major league team who is just not going to be in our plans for the future? Oh, so I was going to trade Palau. I was thinking about trading him. Because I don't think his upside is worth the other problems that he's had. Okay. Jerry Jennings is a really fine baseball player. All I have to do to keep him is put him on the 40 man, so I don't think I'm going to give up on him. I'm going to trade Gregory Santos. And I'm going to ask for starting pitching prospects. Here's the sad part. He'd be one of the better pitching prospects in my system. And there's a lot to like here. So I'm going to go ahead and actually trade for him. It'll also save us some money, which will be nice. Can I get you to throw in a couple more prospects, perhaps? Like, I thought you were going to give me Tim Rask or Jorge Enriquez. I really like Enriquez, though. I think he'd be a great fit on our team. I just don't think I can get him. Now they're giving up something pretty significant, which I don't want to do. Alex Nunez, maybe? I know his movement isn't great, but again, I'm just looking for depth. I don't necessarily need a tremendous haul. Wow, you really like Alex Nunez. Okay, never mind. Keeping on, keeping on. You're not a starting pitcher at all. Frank Vernal is. Again. No, I'll just take Carson. It's not worth haggling when I'm not going to keep Santos anyway because he's losing velocity on his fastball. His decline is going to start being very, very fast and very, very abrupt. Burhan? No. You're not a very good pitcher, and I'd rather have Paez in the majors, seeing if he can manage anything. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a round. Steve Francesco, you're in. And then I'll go ahead and promote Paez and give Paez a chance to get some reps in the majors, because I don't think he's got a lot left to prove in the minors. I mean, my dude's been in AAA for over 300 innings. I think he's deserving of an opportunity in the majors. Do you have any prospects that I have no intention of keeping? The thing is, Jerry Jennings could be amazing. And I definitely don't want to give up too early on him. Likewise, Pete Richards, who could be our starting first baseman next year. I don't really need Mike Burden. I'm gonna trade him and see if I can't get a starting pitching prospect for him. I cannot. That's a shame. I mean, he's not really a good prospect, so I'm not surprised that he's not getting more. I don't know what to make of you yet. You're also only 24, so I don't really feel a need. Now, Josh Kemp. I love your bat. I really do. But you haven't even gotten out of the minors, and I don't think very much would convince me to take you out, other than the advent of a designated hitter. So let's flip him for a starting pitching prospect. And I'm really only getting mediocre ones, but it's important to remember that a mediocre starting pitching prospect is better than anything we have right now. Steve Fincher, you're fine. You're not amazing, but you're fine. And you are helping us out here. Can I do better? I mean, maybe, but probably not. No, Ricky Peral is too damn special. I can't give him up for such an inefficient return. I am serious. Wow, you don't even talk about Betances. Alright. Look, how about Orlando Vitae here? I know Zubin isn't great, but it's better than Palau. He doesn't actually want that much more. Yeah, you want a mediocre reliever who isn't a very good starter? Yeah. No. Yeah, Theo, I'm not convinced is a good player. So let's throw in Theo. Can I give Vera too? No, Vera is where you start to draw the line. You don't want to give him up. Steve Sluss? Nope. Billy Fabiano. You can absolutely have that guy. This instantly replenishes most of my starting pitching depth. I'm doing it right now. Done. That's the kind of deal I need to be making more of. Trading from depth to get depth. And I'll be honest, Vitae is borderline Major League ready right now. But I have a lot more depth now, and I feel a lot more comfortable with my starting pitching situation in the high minors. After getting these players. So yeah. I think I am good to continue. Let's go. Oops. Oh no, I almost tipped over an empty can. What would have happened? Nothing. Because it was empty. Trade proposal. No. Missed me with that bullshit. It must be that time of year again when Gavin Guidry tries to convince us that he needs to be an everyday starter. You're not, dude. You're really not. You know what? It's time to let sentimentality go. Gavin Guidry, if someone will give me a decent offer for you, I will trade you. I said a decent offer. What if I eat 50% of his salary? Really? 80% of his salary. All of his salary. Now we're getting somewhere. Rodrigo Diaz is a pretty talented pitching prospect who just needs to work on his changeup a bit. I do like Tony Paredes too, though. Could I get both? Would you give me both players, Chicago? Yes, I will give you a bad pitcher in exchange. Done. And then I do need to promote a new backup infielder. Say hello to Danny Bell. Sheehan. You're not terrible at second. You're going to back up at second. And then Bell's going to back up at third and short. And then copy. I really need to stop letting sentimentality get the better of me. I should have got rid of Guidry years ago. Oh well. I made the right decision eventually. That's more than some people can say. Now watch, the team just falls apart because Guidry was secretly, like, the reason the rest of the team was good. Twins. You're not getting Pete Richards. Even if he was great, which he isn't. You can have a couple days off. I don't mind. Alright, All-Star Game time. Woohoo. I bet Gracia is on there. He is. He's a starting first baseman for the National League. Who else? Alright. Pitt, Joe Field. Pitt. Gracia. Gunnels. That's it? Only 3 All-Stars this year. Huh. I'm a little insulted. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just a little insulted. Prospects game. Avila and Marks. Two different catchers. That's pretty good. Parole. Man, Ricky Parole, if he works out, is the kind of homegrown megastar we just haven't had in a very long time, other than Gunnels. And the thing is, he was just a random scouting discovery. So the people that told me start investing a bit more in national scouting, you were dead on. You still got a long way to go. You still got a very long way to go. But I'm really excited by what you might be able to bring to the team. You're already shortlisted, right? Yes. Avila's getting better at catching. He's already at the stage where I wouldn't be embarrassed to have him catch at the major league level. Let's go ahead and promote you to AA, my dude. Because you've been hitting really well in the minors for a while now. Let's see if you can manage it where the big boys play. I'm not going to promote Parole yet, though. I want him to get some more experience first. Okay. Let's zoom up to the beginning of July and see where we're at. Okay, player development. Any big changes here? Palau continues to slip. Field looks good. Sanchez looks great. Soriano's slipping. Some improvements pitching-wise. Some nice improvements here. Okay. Hey, nice work, Danny. Okie dokie. So it's International Amateurs time. Is there a player worthy of our attention? Mario Fuentes looks pretty decent in some ways, but not all of them. You're 6'3", you've got a pretty good pitch mix, and at the worst, you're going to end up being a decent reliever. I will offer you your $5 million to sign with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't have it. I do have some money for extensions. I want to bring back Sanchez. Obviously, I don't think he's going to hit 313, but he's such a good player that I would like to keep him for now. You know what? I'm going to give you a 2-year deal. That's how much I think of you. There we go. Yeah, Grossi wants lots of money. I don't blame him, but he does. Let's talk Tian. Let's talk the good and the bad. He is a top-tier strikeout pitcher who rarely walks hitters. And yes, he gives up the odd home run, but he's getting better about that, possibly because of ordering him to pitch around a bit more. He's been pretty durable, maybe not every season, but we've gotten hundreds of quality innings of pitching out of him. And if his age 25 season was a bit rougher, it's important to notice he was on a rate level excellent. And by the way, he's not considered injury prone. Is he worth $9 million? Yes. Is he worth 13? Maybe. Is he worth 16? He could be. The downside of signing this is that it'll be harder for us to re-sign other players. But I don't think I was ever going to let Tian walk. I don't think that was ever in the cards. And even the worst version of Tian we've ever seen has been a great pitcher. He's just been injured. I think we do it. I am going to add a couple team options. The reason being is I like having control over the back end of any contract. Yes. We've got to keep the good ones, right? And Tian is a good one. I'm going to try to trick Matos. Yes, I know he's fragile. But when he's healthy, he's so good that if I can sign him for cheap, he'll be worth every penny. Will you take a long-term deal? Look, this is ridiculous, quite frankly. I don't think this is going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. No. What if I just gave you 5 years at $2 million? No. 5 years, and I'm going to give you a bump here and at the end here. No, that's okay. He's betting on himself, which is a pretty good bet, all things considered. I don't begrudge him that. Once Tian comes off the books, then the only question becomes Gracia and whether we bring him back. And I don't know the answer to that question. And I'm not going to decide on it now. I want to wait and see how he is at the end of the season. Alright. Up to the first year player draft. Bruh, 42 and 37. Yeah, I'm never going to waste time trying to get better at stealing bases. It's a waste of everyone's time. We have a really good coaching staff at this point that gets along really well. I kind of don't want to give up on anybody. Yeah, Chris Hannick is too damn good. I'm going to re-sign you. That's a no-brainer. Colby Bird, I want somebody who's great at teaching catching for when that opportunity arises, so I'm going to keep you too. I'd like to offer everybody else an extension that wants one. 7 wouldn't even talk to me. Yorman Bazardo, I have nothing but respect for the job you've done as my pitching coach, and I think you're still a good one. So, I'm going to let you keep teaching. There we go. Sean Sedlacek, you are an amazing future manager, and I want you to stay in my system until I'm ready to get rid of you. Or until I'm ready to promote you. Jonathan Johnston is quite solid as well. Give him an extension. Mendy Lopez, I can probably do better than you. So I think I am going to let you walk. Jose Mendez, you're actually quite a bit better, Mr. Mendez, so we're going to go ahead and extend you. Yoel Hernandez, you're a pretty good pitching coach. I don't want to lose you. Offer. Jose Mascara, you're a pretty great manager. So I'm going to offer you an extension as well. Especially since with like Mendy Lopez walk, Mosquera, I might promote you to the Gulf Coast Rookie League. If you'll take the promotion, which you might not. Oh, that looks good. That looks real good. Okie dokie. Let's go to the draft. Why? Because you're a little bitch? Enjoy Milwaukee, you loser. You're making me settle, and I don't like settling. I'm probably gonna pass. I don't really see anybody here that I think is that incredible. Like, third baseman and Jose Ramirez do tend to work out. It's true. But he's also a pretty bad infielder. Remember, these numbers get better. These generally don't. And a hell of an arm is not good enough, in my opinion. And Rogelio here is the only decent pitching prospect. I don't think I'm going to sign anybody. I think I'm going to save my money and see if I need to, like, add a free agent or something. Oh, I forgot about Raymond. LOL. The fans really happy about Tian staying. I am too. Yeah, I feel good about this contract. It's not, like, it is expensive, for sure. But by the time it gets really expensive, I have ways out of it. You just wanted to play in LA the whole fucking time, you loser. Anyway, I hope you have a bad season. Do we bring back Jimmy Raymond? I don't think so. Jimmy Raymond hasn't been that good. Like, maybe come playoff time, he'll flip a switch, and he'll be everything we ever wanted in a pitcher. But right now, my dude, you're not even worth $2 million to me. Okay, bullpen. Eric Martin, you're being demoted. So Daniel, you're being promoted. And Martin, do you have options left? Actually, who are my worst relievers in terms of raw ratings? Because I think it's time to get new blood in the bullpen. Oh, good. Martin's only a 58 overall. Which means I can demote him and not worry about it. Or I could demote Vasquez. Which of the two of you does not have has options? Both of you do? Yeah, Vasquez, I'm going to demote you. And we're going to call up... It was going to be Kevin Sturm, but to be honest, I think Chris Easted has lapped him. For now. I could also send both of them down. Neither one of them has been spectacular. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get some new blood in the majors. Let's just see how things work out. So Kevin Sturm, you're in. All right, both of you are going to be middle relievers. And we'll go from there. I've got to do better than Palau. There's got to be somebody somewhere in my system that can be... Did you take all of my lovely new starters and make them into relievers? Like you always fucking do, game? Whatever. Who could we get in place of Palau? Is there anyone on the waiver wire that we could grab? That's interesting. There's some relievers on the waiver wire, but none of them I'd really be that interested in. I mean, a ground baller who doesn't have control seems like a pretty silly thing to want. If I'm being honest with you. Trading block. Is there a solid starter being offered? Okugawa seems like a pretty solid choice. He'd be better than Palau, but then that's not a very high bar, because lots of pitchers are. What would it take for me to get Okugawa? What if I offered you Palau? What if that's the only deal? How does that make you feel? Really? Straight up, you'll take that deal, even though Palau is very clearly not as good as Okugawa. I'm instantly suspicious and want to get more out of you, game. Like a Pat Clark. Can I get him too? I don't really want to give up any of these players, to be honest with you. They're all kind of good. Yeah, you're not a starter, Mike Doherty. That's your issue. You think you're a starter, but you're not. Can you play anywhere else other than catcher? Not really. Let's bring along your countrymen. I'm going to just pull this trigger on this because I just don't think Palau is good enough. And while I can have one pitcher that's like Tian, I don't really want two. Plus, we also got Kishimoto, who seems like a pretty interesting type of pitcher in his own right. He's Brazilian and Japanese. That's pretty cool. Alright, so that's that. Okay, let us continue. Excellent. No, I don't need a mediocre old guy. There's plenty of those. Wow, really, Chris? You just get called up and you instantly get hurt? Damn, son. First year player draft. Let's fucking go. And I won't even bother looking at any players until it's my turn to pick. All players. So, Bobby Sobolewski, you seem like you might be heads and shoulders the best choice, but let's talk, brother. A very good pitch mix of fastball, changeup, knuckle, curve, throws really hard. Good control eventually. That stamina is a problem, though. I will come back to you. You're currently the number one in my heart, but I want to look at other players, see if there might be someone who's a better fit. Mike Campbell. You're just not as good. Yeah, you've got more stamina, but you've only got 2+ pitches, and only one of them is plus right now. Who's the best hitter in this draft? We have Marty Duque, good outfielder, good contact and power, and good at avoiding strikeouts. This is a pretty fine baseball player. But I've got a bunch of center fielders already. Jody Black is going to be an excellent reliever one day. He's not that far from the majors. You just need to see his control improve a bit. But he's also a righty. Ricky Greener. I mean, his power is legendary. The rest of him, not so much. I like players like this quite a lot, just not with a first-round pick. And, yeah, I think I'm going to take Sobolewski. I know he's not perfect. Sobolewski, sorry. It could be Sobolewski, too. I can always hope that he puts on some stamina as he gets through the minors. And the rest of his repertoire indicates to me that he can probably manage that. So we're gonna take him. And we're gonna see how he works out for us. Done. Next up. If you're still here in the third, I will take you. I will not take you under any circumstances. Ooh, you're not very good. You are better, but still not great. I'm trying to find a quality left-handed reliever, and I guess there just isn't one right now. Yeah, I can find lefties elsewhere. You're an interesting guy. I'll just leave it at that. Any super secrets here? Like, a guy who's brilliant at hitting that is just being buried because he's playing the wrong position. Ooh, you're a bad infielder. I don't want someone who only has a bat. We're mostly looking at really young players, so what matters most is these numbers here. Nope. That's good enough for a corner. That's just not good enough. Oh, my dude, if your range was like 10% better, I'd grab you in a heartbeat. Jordan, I'm willing to take you and just see how you develop, but not in the second round. Oh, I'll do it now. I'm not going to overthink this. I did say if my guy was still there that I would draft him. It doesn't look like he is, but Joel Manuggia is. Yeah, I'll draft you. Cortez Flores, at a certain point, you're raw. Oh, Jake Peterson's better than you, though. Like, he's just a... yeah, he's a better contact hitter. I think I'll take Jake here. Oh, he's actually an impossible pick, LOL. Oh, well. Lol. I will happily take Zach Teal if nobody wants him. A pitching arm like that falling to the 5th round makes me happy. Is there any left-handed reliever that's like not like complete garbage? I guess Baez. Like, I know his control isn't great, but if he can work on that, he's a real good left-hander. So I guess I'll draft him. Plus, he costs me nothing, which is exactly what I like to pay for my top prospects. Look, Butch Mangum is still hanging out here. I will take him to see if he can work out. Nate Mannion, 18-year-old lefty. I don't even care what you can do. You're free. Taking you. It looks like it's mostly relievers and Giovanni Leyland, or it's related to Jim Leyland. Probably not. You're a weird dude. You have some good points and some really bad points. But I'm willing to give you a chance to see if you can make it in the majors. Well, in the minors, before you get to the majors. I will take John Keener. I was thinking about taking him earlier, but I'm just going to do it now for sure. And I think I'm good. We went 10 rounds. There's not a lot to be had later on in the draft. First year player draft. Nope, sorry, negotiate. $2.4 million for Bobby Sobolewski seems pretty reasonable. I think I can handle that. Jake Patterson, you're a pretty talented hitter. And you're going to a really good school, so I'm assuming you're not an idiot. How much money do you actually want? You want over $6.5 million. I will offer you $4 million. Take it or leave it. He'll probably leave it. It's fine. The NL Central is no doubt tough this season. We just need to get on a little bit of a hot streak. Yeah, I am not opposed to trading Edgar Guzman for the right offer. I just don't know that that offer exists right now. Is there another young outfielder that I'm blocking? Like Orban, whatever. I don't care about blocking him. Look, Chris Messer, I don't remember why it's forcing you to be playing left field every day. I'm just going to go ahead and cancel that so that other players who might be a little better than you can get a shot. Potential. Ricky, how's your time in A-ball going? It's going pretty damn well. So well, I think high A is the place for you now. Rosario. You're not crushing Double A exactly, but you're not playing poorly either. Avila, you're struggling. But you also haven't had a lot of reps yet, so let's just let you get those reps, and then we'll see how you're doing. Okay. Okay. We are quite close, actually. What's the issue? It's still the bullpen. Our bullpen isn't great. Our pitching isn't bad. Vinny Soriano, you're killing me, dude. Do me a favor, game. Compare Soriano and Orban for me. So let's look defensively. Soriano is the better center fielder. But he's definitely playing too high in the lineup. So let's make that change right now. Salix Brown is really good at getting on base, so we're going to bat him second. And that's that. I'm also going to move up Ali Sanchez to take advantage of the fact he is just hitting better this season. Sanchez does have 10 homers, which still makes him more valuable than Gillen. But yeah, maybe Brown's ability to get on base. And how is Sandoval doing? He's not doing amazingly well. Um, he's not, but he's not doing poorly either. What's on the outfielder market in Trade Town? Wouldn't that be kicking the teeth to bring back Juan Soto? I just don't think it's going to happen, though. I don't think we can afford him. I mean, I'd be pretty happy to have Arturo Guerra, but again, same problem. I doubt I'm going to be able to get him. Just give me outfielders, please. I have to give you Gunnels. That ain't happening, my guy. You're too expensive. I'm seeing a lot of players that don't impress me. I like Phil Leach, but he's out for the season. I like Gresham, but again, he's pretty badly injured. No. Benny Montgomery's just not that good. I mean, he's a good defender, but... yeah, there's a lot of not great outfielders available. I'm probably going to have to be a bit more aggressive, but let's see how things are at the trading deadline when I have to make a move. Yeah, well, screw you, Patterson. I knew you weren't going to show up anyway. No. Trading deadline. Okay. I can add a little bit of salary. That is a fact. But I can't add a lot of salary. So I need to get better at center field. Yes, he's fourth on the team in home runs. I don't care if he can't get on base. Which, at least to their credit, both Salix Brown and Sandoval are doing. Like, Theo Gillen, I don't care. He's such an amazing shortstop that even if he can't hit, he's still worth keeping in the lineup. Yeah, Jimmy Raymond really seems like a player I don't need anymore. A guy with this much movement still giving up home runs is a real problem. A real problem. And yes, it's true that I don't really have anybody close to the majors that I feel should be rushed. Here's the thing. The reason I'm hesitant to get rid of Jimmy Raymond is because there's always a chance once it's playoff time that he'll turn it on. I mean, I don't know that... No, he definitely would make the roster because it would be Tian, Matos, and Field for sure. In my rotation. The bullpen is better, except for Paez. Carl Brunn has really settled in nicely as the closer. He's done some pretty solid work. What can we trade to address center field? And the easy answer would be trading Soriano, because he does still have important value. He's even barely above average as a center fielder. I've just generally found that trading for the same thing that you already have doesn't work out. I mean, I could give Mike Sheehan a bigger role. We could let him play center and see how he does. He's arguably better than Soriano is. But the thing is I need a big league upgrade. I need someone who will, like, can command the room, so to speak. Perral will be that guy. He just isn't yet. And I definitely think he's still a couple seasons away from making the majors. Orban isn't good enough. Jennings is actually playing quite well. He's probably earned a 40-man spot, I think. Okay. Lupe Oliveros, I'm not going to put you on my 40-man. Let's shop you around for center fielders, and I'll also look for regulars. I'm going to get offers. It's just a question of whether the offers are good enough to move on. I saw a guy who's a 48. Aaron Bird is a 60, but he's actually not a center fielder. So how about you not present him as such? Mike Manning is a 51. He can't really handle center either, though. Is the thing. Let me offer Soriano as well. Where are you? And now I'm hopeful that I'll get some really good offers. No? Really? Okay, Chad Moore would be a pretty damn good addition to this team. He is arbitration eligible, but I frankly don't care. He's a great contact hitter who also has good gap power. And you're a great center fielder. I think you're exactly what this team needs. Can I do better? Probably not, but I would be remiss to not look. Yeah, I'm taking him. And freaking Orban can play center field for a few days while Moore heals up. Yeah, because he'll be back in a week. Done. Mr. Moore, I'm going to put you on the 40-man and then move you to the injured list so that you can recover. And then I will add I'll promote Orban to play center for a few days while you heal. Or I can just let Sheehan do it. You know, Sheehan has hit quite well this season. Let's give him a shot. I think that's fair. He's earned a week of playing time. And there we go. And let's go to next month. Okay, Raymond is improving, so I guess that's something. Brown and Walker are getting better. Sandoval is getting a bit worse. My old pal Dave Hoy. Chris Messer. Okay. Nice. I have a really good problem to have, and that I don't know who's going to be playing first base for us next season. Jimmy, I don't recall giving you permission to be injured. I need you to not do that, please. Because I don't have a ton of pitchers that are ready for the majors. I guess Orlando, you get called up. You have the best raw potential of the pitchers that are available to me. Yeah, I wouldn't trust Vasquez as a starter. Or Balderas, really. Francesco wouldn't be the worst at it, I guess. If I make you into a starter, what do you look like? Oh, you fall way the hell down. Alright, you're back to reliever then. So. Is it Bobby Sobolewski? Man, that seems super rash, right? But he's really good overall. I think maybe it is. Man, it feels like I'm rushing him, but he was a really polished pitcher. And he's got all the... Oh, yeah, you lost stamina. Yeah. And you're losing velocity. That's yikes. I don't want a starting pitcher that's that limited. I think Billy Fabiano, because unlike Vitae, he doesn't have the big movement problem. I think you can easily handle a handful of starts and not be in too bad a shape. We're going to give you a shot. I mean, I also guess I could have brought Zach Whitney back. Yeah, that was dumb. I'm going to just bring Zach Whitney back. But Fabiano, I guess, gets to enjoy that he was almost a major league pitcher. And then I'm going to bump you to 4, and then have you start anyway, and then Whitney will be the 5th starter. Or could have picked Albring. I mean, at this point, we're really just trying to get to the playoffs. How long are you... Okay, game. This is a god-awful fucking joke. I thought it was Garrett Gunnels that was out for the season. But no, it's Sean Gunnels. You know what? I can never see that headline again. You're cut. There. That gave... I felt my heart skip a beat right there. Yeah, if he has back tightness and needs a few days off, that's fine. Now Chad Moore can come back. It is almost unfair to have a player like Dalen Newstrom on the bench that can just, like, obliterate baseballs. It's great. Okay. I like Orban more than Guzman at this point. I'm going to try to sneak him through waivers. I don't know if it'll work. But, I mean, I'm not playing Chad Moore. He is my starting center fielder now. But I kind of want to keep Orban on the roster to give him some reps. And it just gives us a big home run bat off the bench, which is always a handy thing to have. And then Chad Moore. I really don't want you hitting 7th in the order. I'm going to bat you lead off and let Sandoval bat lower in the order where he can work on his game a bit. And then go ahead and copy. And paste. And bench coach, there's been a bunch of changes here. Let's go ahead and have you make the DH lineups. Have I literally not done anything with these all season? That's pretty dumb of me. Okay. Let us proceed, my friends, and see what we can see. Wow, Guzman made it through waivers. I honestly didn't think he would. But I'm actually kind of happy about that. Because I don't want to get nothing for him. Yeah, I don't care. Alright. Simming. That is actually a genuine shame. I think Mike Sheehan brings a lot to this team. So I am a little bit sad that we're losing him. Josh Cage? No. If he's not playing every day, he's not being used to his fullest potential. So I'm going to let him stay there. Mike Burton can handle short, I guess. Or Jim Hartman. Hartman is good at second and short. Let's bring back Mike Burton. I like him. He's a good egg. Okay, he's only out for a couple weeks. That's fine. We can make a couple emergency starts and paper that over. And then Mr. Burden, you're going to be my backup at second, and then Orban, you're going to back up at center. That's really all that changes there. Because you weren't going to start anyway. Okay. Roster expansion. A personal message. Okay. Well, now. Tiana's getting better at movement? I didn't see that coming. I mean, it's not that much better, but it is still better. Oh, damn. I just completely nailed a fly. I'm normally really bad at killing flies, so I'm pretty happy about that. Fuck you, fly. Okay. Vitae is putting on some ability there. I kind of want to talk about an elephant in the room this season. No, I don't. We're fine. I thought Garrett Gunnels having a bad season. He just isn't. He's having a great season. Yeah, he just got hurt. So, never mind. Carry on, gentlemen. Who would I like to call up? What do we need the most depth at? Salix Brown, you're fine. You're getting on base at a 360 clip. I can't bench you, even if you are only hitting 250. It is not a thing that I'm capable of doing. Jordan Walker, you're rocking. You're worth 2 wins over replacement. You're hitting lots of homers. I'd kind of like to call up Martin and Vasquez and just give them some more innings to see if they can like kind of recover a bit from their rough start to the season. But I'm kind of okay with the way things look right now. His home run rate is still high, but everything else looks great. Let us simulate. Okay, we can get Jimmy Raymond back. I do want him on the roster. I think Paez is probably the one I'm going to send down. And then Jimmy Raymond, I'm just going to stretch out your arm. I'm not going to use you as a regular starter, with the idea that I can potentially add you to the rotation if I need you. A personal message. I don't get a comp pick, so thank you for telling me that I don't get it. Good old Oscar Sanchez. It's going to take Shane a bit longer to come back. That's fine. You have to do that every season, don't you, game? You have to pick one starter that when we're approaching the end of the season, you're going to kill him. You're just going to cripple him. Whatever game. I guess that's Jimmy Raymond back in the rotation. I did not expect you to develop as quickly as you have, but you may be in the major league rotation next season, Sobolewski. I definitely didn't anticipate that, but I could put Jose Roussel. He's like, nah, not with that curveball. I can't. I guess Paez. Yeah, Paez is fine. Jimmy, you're back in the rotation. Boom, division title again. Good job, team. I do very much want Sheehan to be on the postseason roster. I think he's more than earned it. Uh, Goodbye, Chris Orban. No. Sheehan, I want you to go to the minors for now. If people get hurt, then you can be promoted. No. Till playoffs begin. Nice. Alright. Let's get the postseason roster set. I need to actually go to playoff roster here. Who is getting left off the roster? I'm kind of okay with this roster as it is. I don't really see the need to change anything. Oh, no, between Mike Burden or Mike Sheehan, I'm going to pick Sheehan. Get off my playoff roster, Burden. Get on my playoff roster, Sheehan. Okay. I'm not going to mess with the lineup. Lineup is great. I don't really need to make any changes there. Pitching. So the first round, we're only going to run 3 starters. And here are those 3 starters. As easy as that. Martin and Vasquez emphatically do not make the postseason roster. I didn't want either one of them on it. No, it's under rosters and transactions, playoff roster. Yeah, you're not taking my closer from me, game. Cease your nonsense. Goodbye, Martin. Hello, Brown. And the rest is fine. I don't mind having everyone else, but freaking Carl Brown is part of the reason we played as well as we did this season. And you're going to be 8th plus. Okay. I am ready to go for round 1 of the playoffs. Sim and Sim. I don't think I get to face the winner of the wild card game. I think that's going to go to a different team. I'm playing the Diamondbacks. Okay. Alright, well, let's freaking go. Boom. Matos, what an outing. 10 out of 10. Field had a good day. Maybe not a great one. Why was Jimmy Raymond pitching at all? He shouldn't have been, but whatever. Tian got lit up, or did he? Yeah, he did. It be like that sometimes. Matos, you're not pitching on short rest, are you? You are. Fuck, I was hoping to not need a fourth starter, but I don't want to pitch Matos on short rest if I don't have to. Here we go. Jimmy Raymond, I'm giving you a start. Don't make me regret it. It is going to be Raymond, right? Game, I very clearly stated that you should start Raymond. Says Raymond. It better not be Matos. They started Dave Albring instead, but it turned out to work okay because he actually had a really good performance, and we made it to the next round, y'all. Dave Albring, you weren't even supposed to pitch that day, but I think that's good enough that you deserve to be. You know, if I need 5 starters, then I'll use Raymond. But Albring, that was a clutch performance. Well done, my friend. You get to be in the rotation for the second round. Okay. Until next playoff round. All right. Let's freaking go. Matos, my guy. 14 fucking strikeouts. Maybe the secret is just I hit him with a tire iron at the beginning of the season so that I only get like his very, very best. Alright, so Tian's gonna miss his start. Maybe. Ooh, that game was a lot closer. Yeah, Field didn't have a great day. He had a good day, but not a great day. But he was good enough. And look at all you who are like, start Emilio Sandoval. Look who is becoming our playoff hero. Oh, who won MVP? Chad Moore. Was he a real Chad? He might have been. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's pretty Chad right there. Is Tian ready to go? No, he is going to miss the start. So it's going to be up to Albring again. Ooh. Albring, my guy. That's rough. That's rough. Raymond, you got hurt again. What the fuck, dude? No, you are not allowed to beat Matos. That is illegal. Look at... Oh my god. Did he get fucking injured again? Like, this isn't even coming down to managing. I don't even think it's worth managing because the problem isn't them using my players badly. It's the injuries. Do I want Joe Field or do I want Tian? I'm going to trust Field. And it looks like Field got it done. Tian, I need you to be your absolute fucking best here. Closing my eyes. It wasn't Tian's fault. It was Baloo's fault. Man, I don't know if managing that game would have made a difference, though. I really don't. Like, maybe? But probably not. Honestly, this is what killed us. This game right here. No, sorry. It's losing Matos in Game 5, who threw one pitch and got hurt. And I don't blame him for that. I mean, that's just a weird luck of the draw kind of thing. Garrett Gunnels kind of vanished. He's the GOAT, I think. He's the reason that we didn't advance, but this was the number 10 lineup in the majors, and they played like it. But with Gunnels cold, our entire offense just doesn't click. And it is what it is, right? Tian did well enough. He wasn't great, but he was good enough. He gave me 5 solid innings, and that was fine. Would I push him a bit harder? Maybe. But yeah, the game went to Baloo, and Baloo wasn't having a great season, and he coughed it up. But the thing is this offense is so damn good, we shouldn't be coughing that shit up. Oh, wait a minute. Gillen, you have one fucking job, which is to play outstanding defense. If you give up 2 errors in a playoff game, that's pretty bad. I don't get why you had 2 errors, but Gillen, you only have one job. Only one. You need to be good at that job, or you will be replaced. Man, that is some bullshit. Like, we made it out of the first round this season. It's been a while since we've done that. If we take a look at our manager history, we hadn't even gotten to the League Championship Series since 2028. So progress, but also not good enough. I don't think managing would have made a difference in that series. I truly don't. I think a healthy Yasunobu Okugawa might have made a difference. I think Mato's not getting hurt might have made a difference. But another Subway Series. Really, the damn Mets win the World Series. What a world. What a freaking world. What a freaking world. You execute your option here. Did I lose any Pittsburgh staff members? I did not. Joe Field. Execute the shit out of that option. Don't worry, we will talk about the season here in a minute. You gave me an extension, as you should have. Can you please stop bothering me about stealing bases, dude? It's 2035, not 1975. You don't need to steal bases to be a great team. Alright. So, let me quickly hire myself a couple new coaches. Norievis, would you like to be promoted? Or are you going to be like everyone else and be like, nah, I just want to stay there forever? Yeah, you don't want to work for Florida. I would take Borges, but I don't think you want to be promoted either. Nope. And Bennis. I should actually see if you're good before I promote you. You're not terrible. Okay, he was willing to take a promotion, so that's good. Manager-wise, Mosquera, I think you're more than good enough to deserve a promotion. Oh, really? I can't promote you because there's too many positions you could be promoted to? Okay. Oh, what if I click on Mendez and then go here? No, I literally can't promote him. That's weird. And annoying, but okay. I need a new hitting coach who does not have a job. Greg Jacobs. How's about you join our team? Manager, it's all about them mechanics. Here you go. Scott Main. Done. That's my offers. So, what went well this season? Let's talk. Garrett Gunnels may not be MVP level at the moment, but he is still an amazing player and worth every penny we're paying him. Led the league on base percentage again. He's slipping a tiny bit, but only because he's not staying healthy, or his rate stats are actually better this season. If he'd actually played the same number of games, he'd have turned in another 7-win season. AJ Gracia wasn't that bad a first baseman. Like, he really wasn't that bad. Chad Moore was a nice little addition to the team to really give us some pop down the stretch there. Salix Brown, I think, has a good case to be Rookie of the Year. He did what he needed to be done, and he was very good. Very pleased with him. Theo Gillen, you are what you are, right? And what you are is a defensive shortstop who still managed to screw up in the playoffs, which I don't appreciate. But whatever. Ollie Sanchez was a pretty incredible find who gave us pretty solid play at catcher and also hit surprisingly well. Jordan Walker just keeps doing Jordan Walker things. He keeps hitting enough home runs and playing okay defense. He's probably borderline right now. He might get replaced. Dalen Newsome is the best backup in the major leagues. I could not want more from him than I've been getting from him. He's been tremendous. Chris Orban was solid. Emilio Sandoval. He turned it on in the playoffs, and I don't think this is what he is, but we definitely need to see a bit more out of him before we crown him any amazing achievement. He played okay. And he was pretty solid defensively, and those are both good things. Adam Shepard, I think, needs to be replaced at this point. Like, I know he's a decent defender, but he's even getting worse at that, and his hitting was atrocious. I need someone who can play, say, 30, 40 games a year, and he cannot do that. So I think Adam Shepard is gone. Pitching. Joe fucking Field. Joe fucking Field. This was... I kept saying over and over again, we need to find a big game pitcher to carry us over the top. And did he carry us over the top this season? He might win a Cy Young. He led the league in ERA and in WAR. Just a phenomenal season. Now, if we check out his FIP, I'm willing to bet our defense helped him out a good bit. But that's what it's for, right? He was just dominant. We really haven't had a season like this since Maldonado was at his peak. JJ Matos. He may have only given us 22 starts, but good lord, were they 22 amazing starts. I want to see him pitch deeper in games. This isn't even 5 innings to start. But he was still incredible. And I'm really looking forward to eventually getting him for a full season, if that can happen, which maybe it can. Tian, you keep doing Tian things. Your decision to pitch around didn't really help or hurt you, so maybe we need to be a little bit more aggressive on that. But you made every start until the postseason. You didn't miss one, I don't think. Yeah. Ogugala was solid. Carl Brown. Guys, Pittsburgh is the fucking closer factory. I can just apparently make them out of nothing. He might get a few votes for Rookie of the Year. We sure don't make the playoffs without him. Yeah, it just... We did well. I'll just leave it at that. I still think there's another gear this team can kick into, though. I really, truly believe that. There is a hidden extra gear here. And I think one thing I need to start doing is I need to start giving my starters a bigger leash. Because right now, I have... Oh, no, actually, we're actually relatively... No, we are actually relatively quick. We might want to pump the brakes on that a bit. But Like, what we are is what we are. I don't really know what we can do to make a meaningful move to get us over this hump. It's not stolen bases, so you can stop talking about that. Maybe it's Ricky Peral. Maybe it's Ricky Peral having an amazing season in Double A next year, because that's where he's going. I'm going to promote him right now. Maybe it's Andre Sevilla figuring out how to catch. Maybe it's Nick Rosrio stepping forward. There's plenty of talented players on this roster. What we don't have is just the right mix yet, I don't think. If we had this lineup on day one, I think we would have gotten farther in the season. But at the end of the day, we did our job. We won a division title. And we even won in the first round, which isn't something that we've done traditionally. And I still think we need another starter. I keep saying that. And even after we got an amazing starter in Joe Field, Jimmy Raymond was just awful. Like, he was not good. And that's okay. I mean, no one's going to be great all the time. But yeah. I think I should have played Sandoval in the lineup earlier, but I also should never have made him lead off. I think he still needs the reps in the majors to be trusted in that situation. I have a very interesting problem in my hands, which is, do I bring Gracia back? I sure don't know the answer to that, but I'm going to think about it. And I advise you to think about it too, and you can let me know in the comments what you think, because, yeah. You had a pretty great year, did Mr. Gracia. And let's make sure we nail this down here. Gracia was no better this year than he was last year. He was the same player, maybe a fraction better, just a hair. He just played amazing. And yeah, I don't really see what more we could ask for from him. Like, maybe we can get him to, like, pitch too. But do we have enough money to give him his $10 million? We don't. We're kind of cutting it close to the bone right now. I'm gonna increase ticket prices again. You guys got to see an almost pennant winner. That's worth another $1 out of your grubby little pockets game. But we'll see what happens. Maybe a healthy Okugawa can be the extra starter we need. It's not going to be Jimmy Raymond. Like, even $6.5 million is a ripoff. Maybe we let Gracia walk again and see if no one else will sign him again. Like, I bet someone will. But the thing is, right, I spent a lot of assets to develop good first basemen, and I have quite a few candidates now. I've got Pete Richards, I've got Jerry Jennings, I've got Rosrio. I have options if I choose not to bring him back. I could even let Dalen Newsome play first again. We could use a bit more pop in the lineup. That is a fact. But I mean, what more can Pete Richards do in the minors to prove that he is worthy of a shot in the majors? Not much. And if Pete Richards can't hit left-handed pitching, which he can't, look who can kill left-handed pitching. Could Jennings and Richards together produce as much as Gracia? Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know, but they might get the chance to find out. They might very well get the chance to find out. But that shall conclude today's episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Um, Next episode, we're going to go into the off season. We're not going to have a lot of money to work with, so we're going to have to make some pretty smart moves. Um, I'll be honest with you, Tony Pritas might very well be the opening day backup catcher because Adam Shepard was awful. Now, you can argue that he's been better historically, and that is definitely true. But he was awful. And that's a problem. So, until next time, thank you very much for watching. This has been Avintian, and I bid you good day.